Abishag the Shunammite. That was the girl who, who was hired, so to speak, to keep David warm when he was cold. He was cold, and they found no way of keeping him warm. And well, I suppose they just slept in the same bed, but with the emphasis on sleep. Nothing happened between them. So actually Adoniyahu was asking to give him this woman as wife, and King Solomon was wise enough to know that this was actually a trick for Adoniyahu to take over kingship from King Solomon. Solomon initially, well, he greatly respected his mother. He even put a throne for her next to his throne. What do we see here?
It's a synonym for you said key, right?
Verse 19, the king rose up to meet her and bowed to her. He bowed to her and sat on his throne and placed a throne for the king's mother. And she sat at his right hand. So he shows great honor and respect for his mother. And then he said also to her, here in this translation, he says, I will not turn away your face, or I will do what you ask. That's how the scriptures translated. But when he hears the request, he does not do what she asks. Because actually what she's asking is going against Yahweh's will. So I'm not absolutely sure if not turning away her face, if that is identical to saying, I will do what you ask. It might also mean, I will carefully listen to what you have to say and to ask. The fact is, he did not do what she asked for. He did the opposite. Instead of giving her Abishag as wife, instead of giving him Adoniyahu, Abishag as wife, he saw to it that he was killed that same day. This shows again, even though you respect your father or your mother very much, well, you don't necessarily do everything they say or ask them. Of course, this was a king, King Solomon, and this was a trick of Adoniah, a trick of trying to become king. But Solomon saw through it, and he said, well, Yahweh appointed me king. Yahweh chose me to succeed to David as king of Israel. And that was true. That was true. It was obviously still during the time that Solomon was serving Yahweh. So he acted wisely, and he did exactly the opposite. Instead of doing a favor to Adoniah, he had him executed the very same day. So, what does this mean? We as adults, we are no longer children. Children should normally obey their parents. Honoring parents for small children means obeying parents. As adults, we should evaluate what they tell us. We should evaluate the advice or even the order that they give us to see if this is really Yahweh's will. Also to see if it's simply in your best interest, in the best interest of your family. As parents, we now have the responsibility to take care of the needs of our own family. We must honor our parents, but, well, our parents may not be perfect. Let me tell you, they are not perfect, that's for sure. So we should evaluate, and it is not dishonoring your parent. You know, Solomon did not dishonor his mother. He honored Yahweh. Yahweh wanted him to be king, and actually Yahweh wanted him to take the necessary measures against any threat for his kingship. Yahweh had given authority over Israel to King Solomon, so it was his duty to see to it that he remained king of Israel as Yahweh had instructed. Let's now go to Numbers 13.